Well, I'll call the order at 6:01 p.m. Well, Marcy gets that going. We'll just do the minutes real quick. Did anybody have, are people okay with the minutes, or did anybody have any more edits from Claire's most recent version?
I sent her a note. I think she fixed what I asked her
Yeah.
to fix.
I think so. All right. So
I move that we approve the minutes.
hold on,
Second.
Claire's got her hand raised, so let me just bring her over and make sure we're good.
I just wanted you to know I was here.
Oh, good. All right. All in favor? Barry,
Aye.
Eric,
Aye.
Larry,
Is this the 9:30 meeting that we're approving?
the 9:31. Yeah.
Okay, aye.
Howard,
Aye.
Andrew is aye, and Marcy, thumbs up. Okay. Do you want to try logging off and logging back in? Give that a try. Okay.
I'm sorry, while we're waiting for her to do that, can you tell me who made the motion and who second?
I think Barry did, and Eric, did you second that?
I did not.
I think Howard
It was
did.
Howard. It
Howard.
was Howard.
Howard, okay, thanks. Andrew, you're gonna be displaying the
Yeah, let
document.
me put up the our letter.
Andrew, did Marcy forward my comments to you?
Yep, I just incorporated them in here, and then
Great.
Barry's here as well, and some of mine as well. So I think this is kind of the latest red line version that we can edit in real time. And Marcy, if you still can't undo your mic, you can if you hit the little arrow next to the microphone, you can do like the switch to phone audio and basically dial in on your phone instead of using your computer. I've had to do that a number of times.
Can you hear me now?
There we go.
Sorry, I had to join on the iPad. So anyway,
No worries.
I'll,
We're good now.
all right, good. So thank you. Sorry about that. I know everybody's under a time constraint today. And I got this over to you guys late. That said, thanks to everybody who reviewed and sent comments in the red line version, Andrew, that you've put together for us so we can move quickly, I think. Let me see if I can start video here. If that works. So I read the comments. I'm happy to accept. I would vote to accept all of them as you guys sent along.
Yeah.
So
So I put them all into one, Marcy. So if we want to just kind of read through it and nobody has any last minute edits, and then
okay.
we basically there wasn't really much of any overlap. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I mentioned to Andrew, I did all of the articles before Article 1 first. And so when I did Article 1 last, I was feeling a little bit, burnt, like a little tired. So, I thought that it may need the most work of any of them. And I did want to add a number there. I had it written down at home, but not, where I was at working today. So, the gist for Article 1, I thought, and, not focusing on the potential for Costco, but was really, the zoning change would allow site plan to move forward in a general sense, regardless of who might come there. But of course, up to others' feedback. If you want to add something about Atlantic management or something about the specific project proposed, we could do that. So any suggestions, welcome.
Hey, Marcy, do we do this in real time or do we send it after the fact? Does it have to get
Let's
approved?
do it in real time.
We do it in real time right now, pretty much. And then we say, accepted with minor, maybe edits.
Only thing I would add, if I may, is
Yeah.
one is they commented around the intention to have the entirety of any development within the Southborough
Yes,
station, right? So that is which is clearly a good thing. And then secondly, just the traffic situation, given that the retail is different than your traditional office traffic pattern, such that
Good
you're
one.
not going to be getting a ton of traffic at 8 a.m. in the morning during the week. It'll come on weekends. So that again would hopefully mitigate concerns around traffic.
yes. We could add that, right, Andrew, you have your cursor, I think, something to the effect, because that's going to be under the special permit process too, but so keeping the projects in Southborough, yeah.
You were saying for doing this in real time because every time I try to type in real time, it never
I know.
works. I do so
Well-
much backspacing, it's not even funny.
I have a question though. Is it important for us to basically repeat all of the arguments that the planning board is going to make in pushing this article, as opposed to simply noting that the plan put forward by Atlantic Management and the planning board, was convincing in the following ways, traffic, wastewater. I mean, we don't, it
Yes.
seems that we shouldn't have to repeat all of their arguments, like here's the traffic patterns on Saturday and Sunday and holidays and all of that.
I see it as its our own thing, and I like to think of it as it's standing on its own, and people pull it off the table as if they've never seen anything and won't read another presentation. Because our report to town meeting is a little bit, I don't know, special. Like we're the only one that's pretty much required to do it, where the other ones are, not. So I kind of think of it as our report almost goes first, and then whatever they do is second.
Okay.
I really
Because-
like what you said, Larry, though, like that the plan put forth was compelling in the following ways. That might be helpful, whether or not we can do it in this meeting or not, but like bulleting it out, I think, I like that idea.
And Andrew, I would just change, I'm not sure that it opens after 10 a.m. is accurate. So I would just say that it's busiest on
That's-
the weekends.
That's what the hours of operation would. They said open at 10. That's the same as the one in Waltham, but they did say that.
Given that we don't mention Costco though, before you say this, Andrew.
Okay, yeah, I mean we could take it out, but
And,
I mean,
and there's other businesses going, it's not just Costco. That's just the first one. The other ones could open. Just, it's primarily on weekends.
but this zoning is only specific to the Carsco parcel.
No,
Okay.
there's two buildings.
there's two different parcels, Howard, I think.
It does cover the adjacent lot.
Okay.
Yes, so my thoughts when writing this was to, so what if it's passed and we don't, Costco never materializes? Like I think there's a sound basis for this article regardless if it's Costco or not. And we know that,
Yeah.
the proposal. So I was trying to avoid specifics on Costco. I'm not saying we shouldn't.
I could take
We
that
should,
line out.
but that was just sort of my thought, like, what if we put something, Andrew, like if the next sentence,
Well, I can
any
take this
special
out.
site plan, if you put it after the last sentence though there, any specific site plan will require all the steps of special permit process through the planning board, you know, which will, you know, you may want to say like, I don't know, you know, details related to, you know, traffic patterns and, right, because they're gonna have to do all that. Major site plan, right? Or no? I do agree that was part of what was, you know, good to hear. And the wastewater, thank you, Larry, for reminding us about that.
Something like that. Comment and debate.
Sure, yeah.
But yeah, then we can remove this one if we want to not have anything basically Costco related. I think that's fine.
I mean, I think we do mention in the next section, because it's relative to the amount of revenue we might get, you know, out of the tax base.
Yeah, but it's on, again, it's on the property and what you would do with it, not necessarily specific like that. The hours are more specific to that bit property and that usage. The other one that's a compelling reason for me too is that now that we you know we had the agreement that they'll put the building in Southborough, but it is
Yeah.
after they own a lot of land in Westboro too. That
Yeah.
I think they could put the building in Westboro and just put the parking lot in Southborough, which I believe they could do with our existing zoning, and then we'd still
Yeah.
get the traffic and the headache, but without the tax revenue. But
Right
I
where your
don't
cursor
know
is,
that for
you see
certain,
that?
so I don't know if it's worth putting in the letter.
No,
Well,
I think that was
no.
I think that was always the fear of that site
Yeah.
in general, is because we didn't have the wastewater, et cetera, that we were gonna get the parking lots and none of the actual revenue. So I think
Correct.
that's valid.
Atlantic Management did speak to that on our call, though. They did say that. So I think where your cursor is now, if you wanted to put something related to that, I apologize, Costco is
Like right
mentioned.
here. Yeah.
I was thinking it was the next one, so, you know. In both, yeah. You know, I think it's important that, you know, Atlantic wants to partner with the town. I mean, it's a point we made above, so.
The locate. What are we calling it? The retail building. I don't know.
Or we could do
Project.
this.
Retail
Project.
complex,
The project. That's good. Thanks.
retail project, yeah, for the project, yeah. Further known as the project.
Could we?
I can always clean it up after you do.
Yeah.
Like a final edit.
You know, traffic. No, then we could clean up the language. The
Okay.
traffic impact.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of my biggest concerns.
Yeah. Did anybody want to say anything more than what I had just drafted out about the potential tax benefits?
I mean, we can put the number here. I think it was. I mean, the number they gave us was for like a full on
I don't know.
flex, which I think is fine, right? This is the anchor for what could be, but I think it was like 4 million or something like that they were throwing
It
out.
was, yeah.
So we could put that number in here. I think that's fair.
Yeah, that was the number of the total tax revenue of remainder of Route 9. I think it was 3.6 million or something. It was quoted in one of the select board minutes. I'll pull it out.
Yeah, we could put, roughly, 3 million, roughly 3.5, something.
Okay. Okay,
I would call it somehow an estimate.
yeah,
Estimated, yeah.
estimated, yeah.
Estimated.
And that would be based on other experiences, perhaps, right? If you have a comparable to
Yeah, so they-
as an actual, yeah.
Yeah, they said based upon comparable projects, the developer has done in, I think, Marlboro and Westboro is what they used.
I mean, notwithstanding tax rates and all that, but at least it gives a guardrail, yeah.
All right, so can add something in about the.
Could we change that sentence that starts the ratio of?
Okay.
And, because we're not really providing a ratio here. Could we say that, currently the residential tax base, residences compose 84% of the tax base and commercial is 16%, I think, or something like that, just something simpler.
Sure. I like that, Larry. Thank you.
The break,
Residential, residences compose 84% of our tax base. Or the breakdown of, is
yeah,
is 84% and 16% respectively.
let me just, I don't think this currently out because we have it currently up there. They'll have to do the after you accept just wordsmithing because it always.
We'll
looks
do
funny.
it. We'll be fine.
But
And you can also we could break that into a separate sentence. I mean, I think that's also a compelling argument that the residential burden has increased in recent years. It's basically going in the wrong direction. I mean,
Yep.
we're just very simply. We want it going in the other direction.
I would say, I don't know why I deleted commercial here, but I think
Do we have any idea what the resulting breakdown would be if this were to be fully built out? In other words, if we knew if the number that's in yellow there actually happened, would that go down to 80%? I'm
I
not
could
saying,
calculate it relatively easily, but
I'm not saying it should be here. I'm just
300 million for commercial versus the other piece. So I mean, it's probably like a percentage or two.
okay.
I'd have to look.
Andrew, if you could help calculate that, we could add it in. You could put a placeholder, with everyone's concurrence, like if that's okay. I mean,
If it's really only a point or two, I don't think it creates any compelling argument that if it were 5 points, maybe.
okay.
I mean, Andrew, I'd be very curious just to see the algorithm behind it if you're willing to do it.
Yeah, maybe we could pull it up in a minute. It should be in our RevCap file. Basically, just take the total assessed value of residential versus total assessed value of CIP. You add in the however hundreds of millions of dollars that they would to do it. But yeah, once we finish this, we can run a calc.
Okay, cool.
I'd be curious to see it.
And I think there is just to make sure we're on time. I think there is 7:30. There's another meeting in this room, so we just got to be
There
done
is, yeah.
by 7:15 or so,
We're
or sooner.
doing pretty good. We would have a very short turnaround.
All right. Well, so we'll come back to one when you run that calc.
Okay. I don't think I'm on camera, Andrew.
I see you.
Oh, you see me? Okay. All right. Just making sure because it's not showing up here. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Any more further edits? Everybody good with that one?
Oh,
Yep.
thank you. I can see the gold course. Yep, I like that too. Thank you. I think that was Larry for
That was
taking us.
Larry, yeah.
I agree. I was getting a little bit overwritten there.
Well, it's not a simple problem, so.
Exactly.
I didn't want to get it on that one. I was almost going to add like they're going to give two options on whether or not we want to reuse the property for housing or for. I was like,
I thought of that too, but the remediation stands on its own, right? Like
correct.
we
Correct.
don't.
We have to do it yes or yes. The question is, how big is the yes, and what is the purpose of the yes?
Okay, looks like Article 4 with some minor edits is maybe okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Article 5. I
Oh,
think
thank you.
we didn't need it.
Personnel board. I'm confusing my two governments here. Sorry.
Or do you want it? I think you said you didn't want to put a note one, right?
I can put a no. I think it sets an unnecessary precedent for
Yeah.
the,
We didn't used to
We
do it too
didn't
much in the
usually
past.
do
We did it for the school because it was so important, but I mean,
That's fine.
it's perfectly fine if you
I
want to.
can, I don't have to. If anyone asks at town meeting,
Okay.
I'm happy to stand up and say why, but it's a simple explanation. I think it sets
All right.
a precedent that's unnecessary, to make something simpler, to make the administrative process simpler. That's not.
Okay.
I had forgotten about that, Andrew, that I was using the template from the last meeting. So actually, you can just take off the yes vote explanation and just leave it as the, yeah.
What do we call it? Like, okay, just take it as.
Yeah, we just put it as just an info. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
6, this is the adjustment of salaries for 11 people. All right.
This I started to get into, like with the. Should I put in? This is what the tax from your bill, and let whoever's reading that on the select board speak to it.
Right. Like we don't know that we have to explain cable funds.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Nor was I the expert to explain cable funds.
Yeah. And then, Marcy, I don't know if you caught earlier, but Barry mentioned some of our votes, I think, were 5-0, not 7-0.
Oh, they were?
The
Okay.
ones that we took in the last meeting, I think we only had 5.
Oh, pardon. Yes, you're right.
No, I was wondering about that. I didn't remember.
I
voting
apologize.
for You.
I apologize. I said
So
this.
we'll go back and edit the ones from the
Know
last
which
meeting.
ones they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 4 of them. So thank you for that. Yep. Hold on, I have that here. Make sure I get it right.
Unless anybody else that wasn't on that call has a real desire to revote it or have an abstain or a no.
Since you're asking.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have a full board anyway.
Yeah, well, you could revote it if somebody really.
I thought they were unanimous, though. The
They
only
were
one-
unanimous, but I'm
no.
saying if whoever
True,
wasn't
true.
there really wanted to put a no in there, I mean, it's
That's
gonna pass in theory, but
It was 8, 9, and 10,
okay.
and I thought there was one more, so it must have been only. All right, it was the
Claire,
cable.
do you have it in your notes from last meeting?
It was the cable funds, planning board.
I think we voted 8 in the other one. Oh no, in the McAuliffe room we did last one. Yeah, you're
Right, so
Yeah.
it was that,
So it's-
yeah, 5, yep. It
So 8,
was the ADU. Yep,
Yeah,
and it was the government structure, which is 10, not 11 now, yep.
So 8, 9, and 10. Okay,
Yeah, we had 4, but the cemetery was taken out.
that's
So
the one.
we did
Okay.
that, the 4th one we were gonna vote, but we didn't.
Okay.
I
And
think
here's
these
the-
are minor, looks
Yeah.
like minor things.
And then technically I'm vice chair.
I'm sorry, I didn't fix that, Andrew. I didn't
Well-
fix, you are right. I copied and
Copied
pasted.
it from last year.
Yeah, sorry.
You
Just
can be
the,
co-chair if you want.
thank you, I'm sorry I missed that.
I'm in my mind, you're still chair. I think that's what it was.
It's a very
All right.
share and you're sharing it.
Yes.
Okay, so I save that. So I'll send that, I'll accept all those changes and I'll send out a clean version after this. And then do we all agree to give Marcy just edit rights for any Scrivener's errors or commas that are having extra space or whatever? Okay,
Yep.
so I
Yeah.
move that we approve the amended advisory. Well, let's do that. Do you want to do that calculation first and see if we want to add that to the letter?
Sure.
All right, let me stop sharing for a second. Try to find some file that I can use for this. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen again. So this would be assessed value by class here.
Andrew, you showing an Excel or what is it?
This is a website. You see a website right now, right?
We see your
No.
desk.
If you two screens.
Yeah.
Your
You
desk,
see your
You
desktop
need
with
it.
the
Thousand
notepad.
icons. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know how you find anything.
There you go.
I was thinking that too.
All right. So I was on I just went to DLS and pulled the FY25 tax rate and other stuff. All right, so so 272.
Can you,
Now-
can you click on the plus sign in the lower right-hand corner?
How's that?
Thank you.
Make it even a little bigger. I have a really big screen, so if you can't see yet, let me know. So CIP equals this. What's this? No spaces. I'll keep forgetting that. Okay. So that should be. Just trying to make sure I'm doing this right. This divided by this should be the 15.89%. Anybody following what I'm doing here?
Yep.
So CIP is commercial, industrial, personal property added together. Here's residential. So I think they said 4 million. I think they said 200 and something thousand, 200 million or so in terms of assessed value, which 40 divided by 13.81. Times 1,000. I think right. So rough, I think that's if I have the math right, right? So you would take this assessed value divided by 1,000, multiply it by 13.81. Get 4 million. Okay, so in theory, a $4 million tax bill, annual tax bill, would be a valuation of 289 million. So in that case, if we added 289 million to the 3.7 billion. And the new CIP would be this plus this. And the new rate would be this divided by the total. So 21.8.
Oh, 6 points is, or 5, yeah, 6 points would
Yeah.
be actually compelling.
For the whole thing, right?
Whole thing.
I don't know if we want to put that, the shift that estimated, if the full
Just
project.
say that, if completely built out, this could shift those numbers by 6%.
We estimate the 84-16 split would switch to a, what would it be, 78-22?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody follow my math at least?
Yep.
Okay.
And Andrew, that'd be based on a comparable of if they built it out as they have done with other commercial
Other
properties.
comparable projects like they've done in Westboro.
Exactly. That's a pretty compelling consideration, yeah.
I'm gonna save this just so we have a copy of
Yeah, I mean, is that something you could share? Because I said, like, just
yeah, I'll share it.
thank you.
Just out of curiosity, do you have enough data there to compute what the difference in the tax bill based on 2025 budget, what the difference in the average tax bill would be? You know, your median house, whatever, 900,000 or whatever.
That's a little tougher to do.
Oh.
I
Okay.
could do it on the other side because it basically would be, I don't know, that would be tougher to do.
Okay. Never mind.
Would help our levy capacity though, but I don't really want to get into how much in the calculation too. But I'll stick to this. This is simple enough that I think
Yep.
people would understand it. Okay, so I'll use that. We can put that in back in the share the letter. Okay. The goal is seeing Christian animal turn to help residential tax person. We estimate that the full impact of the proposed this area.
Actually, it wouldn't be that difficult. I mean, I'm going off on a tangent here, but if you just said that $4 million was, X% of the total, and therefore it's 1381 over 1 minus X or something like that, then you get an idea that the 1381 would drop down to, like 12 or 1326 or whatever. I'm just making up numbers, but it wouldn't be hard to do that back of the envelope calculation. But again, I don't think it matters here.
And we can add in some other language around that.
Mhm.
Well, and I'd say, Andrew, is just to make it clear that the assumption around that is it's comparable to other developments in, let's say, Marlboro or wherever, right?
Yeah.
Just otherwise, I think it's very. I mean, thanks for pulling that together so quickly.
I do have written down somewhere like some of the comparables, yeah, in Westboro, Marlboro. By this developer. I mean, I think that's another important piece.
Yeah,
By the same developer, not.
exactly. No, you're exactly.
That sound?
Andrew, the sentence after the 22%.
Yeah.
Really should go before, because we're talking about the goal is to increase commercial tax base, which will in turn help reduce residual tax burden. Allowing a new use by permitted industrial zone should help with this goal. It doesn't make sense where it is, in other words,
Yeah, okay.
but it would make sense before, yeah. Now that we've changed that. Yep. Yep.
Okay. All right. Is there a motion to approve the amended letter and give Marcy the authority to change any Scribner's edits?
So moved.
So moved. Second,
Or I was kind of making that motion, but
Perfect.
so,
Howard seconds, okay.
All right, roll call vote. Howard,
aye,
Larry,
Aye.
Barry. I think Barry's there.
Aye, sorry.
Oh. Hi, good. Eric,
Aye.
Andrew,
Aye.
and Marcy's aye. Thank you, everybody, for that. Let's see here. Where's the rest of our agenda? So, discuss and approve the letter. Any other business brought forth? I just have one question for the group. We have reserved a room at special town meeting if it's needed. That's room 124. If we want to have a meeting before the town meeting, if we want to have an advisory meeting before the town meeting, we would have to submit an agenda by Wednesday, which we can always do just to reserve that right if anything changes, but we do have the room. Does anybody think we need that?
Need it. Yeah, if anything changes last minute, we can always vote at town meeting to change a vote, but I don't. think
Okay,
that-
all right. Does everyone agree? We don't need a meeting at town meeting?
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah,
All right. And with that, I really appreciate all the work and input and all the ideas, insights, and everything you guys have done for this meeting. Last but not least is public comment. And here on the iPad, I can't see if anyone has their hand up.
It's just Sam.
It's just Sam. Sam. is
Hello,
there-
Sam. Okay.
Claire,
Sam-
go ahead.
Claire, go ahead.
I'm not on the committee, but I just, I gotta say this for public comment. In the first part on the article, the paragraph that deals with the zoning,
Mhm.
deals just with the zoning. There's a sentence in there that references Costco.
Mhm.
Do you really want to have it in there or keep it really clean in terms of this is voting the zoning article? The only reason that I bring that up is it's something that Alan Belniak at one of the planning board meetings, or it may have been with you guys, mentioned that don't forget this article doesn't really have, even though you covered it perfectly in the second paragraph, this article really does not have anything to do with Costco. That's just my sense.
I don't know what the committee thinks. I mean, Claire, this was part of the draft of this, was my thinking as well. Like I was trying to minimize, basically we could get the zoning and Costco may never come.
Didn't we take that line out?
I thought we took out anything with Costco.
I thought we might still have one sentence with Costco.
Open it back up again.
yeah. I mean, you could just take out where it says like the proposed Costco. Put a
Sure.
period before that.
Mhm.
I think most people are aware
Yeah.
that it's likely to be Costco.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just share it just so everybody sees it. I mean, we could take it out, but I also don't think that, because we're not really talking too much about Costco. We're saying that it's well suited for commercial retail, large scale grocery company like the proposed Costco, but I'm not saying that we're approving Costco here.
Hmm.
Or we could take that line out.
Yeah, I mean, what does it add really?
Yeah, we could just take this part out.
Yeah,
Suited for a major commercial retail. People know what it means. What do you guys?
Yeah. Well, they'll have the presentation, they are going to hear a presentation on this, so.
Yeah, I would have no problem taking that out.
Do we need to revote, Andrew? If the expert.
Everybody good with the edit? All
Friendly.
those in favor?
Any opposed? No. All right.
All right, I'll send out,
Thank you for the input, Claire.
My
All right.
pleasure.
and
Yeah.
Claire, don't feel that you're a part of this community too. You're.
I'm not a voting
so-
member,
Yeah, no, but if we're going through it, feel free to interrupt us mid thing. You don't have to wait for a public comment.
Okay, thank you. Next time.
All right.
At least that's my take.
No other public comments. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
second,
All right, roll call vote. Andrew,
Aye.
Barry,
aye.
Eric,
Aye.
Larry,
I.
Howard,
Aye.
Marcy is aye. Thank you, everyone. See you at town meeting.
Yep. Good
Thanks
night.
for all your work, Marcy.
Have a good night.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Good night all.